It is incredibly easy to manage tasks in TSTracker. From the manager's list, a work cell leader is able to see all the tasks that need to be assigned to resources in his cell. On the left, the tasks appear in priority order. On the right are all of the resources in the work cell, machines or people who can perform the tasks. Each resource's current task assignments are shown, and to assign additional tasks, it's as simple as drag and drop from the unassigned task list onto a resource. Each resources list is automatically prioritized so that the task that should be performed first is always at the top. Tasks can be dragged from one resource to another to reassign, and tasks can also be reordered based on the needs of the shop. We've just looked at the work cell leader's view of task management. Now, let's look at an example of how tasks are managed by three different performers: a designer, a saw cutter, and a wire burn operator. We'll log in as Dan, the designer. On the designer's to-do list, there are some tasks, and he's got a preliminary design 50% task started. The saw cutter is looking at his to-do list, and there are no ready tasks. He will investigate the first task in his list by clicking the ready ball to open the predecessor window. The predecessor window shows the preliminary design 50% task is still being worked on by the designer. The wire EDM operator is looking at a to-do list for the two EDM work centers which he runs, and sees that EDM1 is working on something. But there are no ready tasks for EDM2. He will investigate the first task in his list by clicking the ready ball to open the predecessor window. The predecessor window shows the saw and square task is not started yet, and is assigned to the saw cutter, Sam. He also sees, when expanding to the prior predecessor, that the preliminary design 50% is still being worked on by the designer. Back on the designer's to-do list, the designer marks the design for preliminary design 50% task complete. And when he does, notice how the saw cutter's tasks turn from red to green. And he starts the next available design task. Back on Sam the saw cutter's list, he sees that the saw and square task for the material is ready and is able to get it set up now, so starts the saw and square task. When the saw and square task is complete, the saw cutter removes the material and marks the task complete. When he does, look on the to-do list for the EDM machine and see the wire EDM task for that component change from not ready to ready. On Winston's to-do list, the wire EDM operator sees the material at the machine and sees the task to wire EDM is ready, and so he starts the task to wire burn the details. We have seen how simple it is for a work cell leader to manage the tasks and resources in their cell by assigning tasks, where the priority order is automatic, task performers manage to-do lists, and effectively communicate across the entire shop without ever leaving their work area. Thanks to TSTracker.